I don't think we've reached that stage yet.
Mm, haven't we? I mean, like here's how I think it. Uh, here's how I think the stages work. Stage one, they immediately do what we say. Stage two, they don't do what we say, so we can just shoot them in response.
Well, you haven't even
Stage
actually
three,
gotten to her to tell her what to do. What you say though.
stage three. Wait, no, you're right. That stage one, there isn't a problem. Stage two, we have to go out of our way to tell them to do what we say. If they don't immediately do it quicker than we can draw and shoot, we reach stage three, at which we shoot them. Does that work?
Brutal.
Mm, we are space terrorists.
Look, just because we're bad guys doesn't mean we have to be bad guys, you know?
I, I, all right, all right, all right, all
Yeah,
right.
yeah. Work that one around in your head noggin.
Okay. Uh, the good news is I don't actually really care about this, so Nemesis can do what she wants. I'm actually
Whatever.
curious to see how she negotiates this one.
Okay. Since her response to that is let Zoe negotiate for it. I feel like your question has been answered.
Oh. Uh, that actually is another question. Is Zoe actually going to be doing the trading and trying to sell like the stuff we
Yeah.
robbed?
Yep.
Yeah.
Although I think the agricultural equipment might not sell very well here because I think
It might not, but on the other hand, it is also burning a hole in our hull, like not in the literal sense, because hopefully we don't have anything currently on the ship that's burning a hole in our hull, but it is taking up like 100 tons of space.
yeah, it's fair. We're not really
But I
using
also
that
meant
space
more
for
like
anything else.
I meant more like the research data and stuff. If we can have a delayed sort of sale on that, I think that might be worth a fair penny.
Right. So I forgot you were planning to sell the agricultural robots, so I didn't read back up on that. When we get to that, if we get to that today, I'll have to go back to my older notes. So you'll
Mm.
need to give me a few minutes on that, unless it comes after the break. Agrobots, and I can do it then. Um, you had listed a few things that you wanted to get done. Of note
Ah,
are
yes.
electrodrones, power armor. Well, you didn't list that, but that's been a constant. We want power armor thing.
No,
Ship.
I feel like that's less been a constant we want power armor thing. It's just sort of been like idle on the side, and you've brought it up more than we have.
Yes, okay, that's fair. That's fair. But it does come up every once in a while as it's funny. It comes up as a I won't let you have power armor because I've said no several times.
Yeah, that sounds a bit closer to correct.
So you also wanted to do ship maintenance, um, sell that
Yeah,
union
and
data.
gets
You mentioned that.
right, and then get started on those upgrades, I believe. Like not pushing like all the way through with the ship upgrades, but like having them work on like the gun and whatnot
Hmm.
while they're doing the maintenance, just so we have a bit done for there.
Okay. Um, and you also wanted to explore trying to refit that fuel scoop design to your ship.
Yep.
You wanted to recruit a specific person and several non-specific persons.
Right. Now the non-specific person thing can probably wait until we get to the mercenary fleet, but the
Hmm.
specific person I think was that pilot who was supposed to be on this planet.
Yes, Jacques Starcross.
Yeah.
And that's the bulk of your list, I believe, there. So, seems like the data should come first. before you guys can reasonably sell it, um, you guys need to assess it for what it's worth, unless you just want to show the data to someone and say, "Hey, look, we got this. How much will you give me for it?" And trust that they're being honest with you.
I'm sure we have enough. Enough. Honestly, I think Zoe can probably assess it on her own. She's the one with the mechanical expertise and trading expertise, so I'm sure she can probably handle a decent quick assessment.
She probably can, yeah.
What do
Um,
you think, Arch?
Still with
Are
us,
you there,
Arch?
Arch?
Yeah, sorry. I was talking. So
No.
what can I do for you?
Uh,
Uh,
we're trying to assess how much the data you got from Union is worth.
I mean, the three of them are not equally worth anything. The storage container thing seems like it was going to be the big,
Mm-hmm.
you know, big ticket item, and the rest of them seemed kind of meh. Well, maybe not the fuel scoop, but
I mean, even even a meh research project can be worth quite a few credits in the right hands.
yeah. So the answer to your question is I don't fucking know.
So
Well, that's why we're asking you to apply your expertise.
I had actually set this up to require a couple of separate
Oh,
skill checks.
you you wanted Zoe to figure out how much it's worth. Okay, that makes more sense. I
Yeah.
thought you were
Yeah.
asking me, Xander, to do. I'm like, I don't fucking know.
No.
Well,
Uh, dice rolls. Dice rolls I can do.
Yes. So you're trying to basically any skill relevant to market research and product and schematic analysis is valid here. You do have to get multiple successes on this, and it's going to take you a little bit of time. But you've got plenty of time in the spike. Well, you've got 4 days of time in a spike drill. So that's essentially your challenge. Is Zoe's going to be trying to fit that in with her own regular duties, um, with limited resources available because you're in metaspace at the time. Um, we're retconning a little bit or backtracking a little bit, flashbacking.
Hmm.
Um, and she may need to reach out to other sources of expertise in this. Let's see how she does first off, though. Um,
The regular old trade roll.
yeah, a regular old trade roll would work to start off.
And since I can't talk to anybody, I assume it's going to be intelligence.
Yes.
What is she? Wow. Jesus.
Wow, that
That's
is
real bad.
that is a success for the first check.
Really? Okay.
The
All
starting
right.
difficulty is 9. It increases for one by one for each check rolled.
Okay. Wow, that was a terrible roll. So I'm glad that got it through.
um, Now, if Zoe is doing this all on her own, then of course it's likely going to take her the entire spike drill. You guys travel very fast, so it's only taking you 4 days.
No, no, I would have handed out things for you know other people. I have minions now.
Okay.
I delegate. I'm a good leader.
All right. So are you talking NPCs or just PCs?
Well, I mean, Nemesis doesn't seem busy,
Fair enough. Let's
and she's
pull.
not here to argue with me. So
You find her in the VR suite, and so what kind of analysis do you want her doing on this?
you know, uh, just general like tracking of blah blah blah, like trends, shipping trends, so that we know how much like overall how much money this thing would be worth.
Okay, that sounds like a good use. Um, that sounds like
And then
administer to me.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I was going for.
And she also makes it by a little bit smaller of a margin, or better of margin. You have almost all the information you need. And if you want to complete this before the drill is completed, have that all that information available to you immediately upon your arrival to March, you just need to hit one more success here. So what other skill will you use? Hello?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
sorry, guys. Um,
No worries, just silences terrify me because of Discord in the past.
yeah, no, I'm sorry. I'm trying to hold 3 conversations at once. Um, and I'm apparently not doing very well on this one. What am I doing?
We need one more success.
Trade roll,
Uh, can
lead
you?
roll.
Hmm?
Is it
Well, you've done one trade roll. You do another one, but you have to justify how it's different. What was
right?
the second thing
So
you said?
I said, is it a trade roll or like a lead roll? Since I'm trying to convince Nemesis to do it, or
Oh no,
oh no,
Nemesis
you
already
rolled for
succeeded.
Nemesis.
Yep,
Oh,
she's
okay.
done.
Yeah, I'm gonna think about like the cost of installing this thing on a bunch of ships and how much that would cost.
Okay.
You know, look at the overhead, the minuses.
All right. Is
The
she doing that with fix or with trade then?
well, you said I couldn't use trade again, so I think it's fix.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
Blammo.
All right. So what Zoe, Nemesis, and a few other lab assistants that you have, a few others that you have, looking into things and getting data and information for you, come to is that the fuel scoops are still in early planning stages, but some early test data shows promising results.
Mhm.
The engineering ingenuity alone is worth a few creds. Um, After considering further development costs, the data would probably only be worth about 85,000. Um, Still a fair amount, but it's definitely not your big ticket. The vac
Right.
suits, upfront cost of producing them would be high, requiring all new equipment to handle the materials manufacturing specifications. But the ability to compete with Union is worth additional consideration in Nemesis's thought process there. And Zoe estimates that data would be worth up to 215,000. As you guys guessed, the cargo pods are the moneymaker. Development is all but completed, lacking only live performance metrics, and this could sell for 1.8 million.
Mm-hmm.
I'll put these in Discord for you.
Cool.
It's a clean 2.1M, so
Yeah, funny how that worked out.
So, what's the news, Zoe? Are we keeping this ship? Are we keeping this ship financially solvent?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
I got some good news and I got some bad news.
What's the good news?
We're rich.
What's the bad news?
We're so rich we don't need you anymore. Kablam! Kablam!
Uh,
Kablam!
uh, 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 uh,
Oh shoot, no, oh no, what have I done? Take him to the ship's doctor. Oh wait.
This is idiotic.
A little bit, but it's
I
fun.
mean, you,
Does this mean we're rebranding the Raza?
Yeah.
You already did that.
everybody,
You can be
everybody's
Moonboy.
gonna wake up with a stuffed horse head, but like not like a dead animal, but like a stuffed animal horse head.
Do you think it would fool GM if we, instead of calling ourselves the Raza, we called ourselves the Raza with an extra A?
Or just took out the Z and replaced it with an A and pronounced it Britishly.
The Ra?
Raza. Raza.
I didn't know that 3 A's made a saw sound.
I said with an S.
Oh, I thought you said no. I heard replace the Z with another A, and so you had RAA.
I
was
also
like-
heard replace the Z with another A. So
Said S. I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about.
There's those other conversations. You must have said S in the other conversation. You better go ask them if they understood what you meant.
Mm.
'Cause all you ended up spelling was the Ra.
Ra.
That is immediately what came to mind.
Welcome
All
to
right.
the romance.
So there's a couple projects going on, and I've decided that I hate everything I've done with projects, so I'm doing something else.
okay.
No,
That tracks.
Yeah,
That-
no
that
big
seems-
surprise.
Yeah. Yeah.
um, sorry, Lulu. What project was Jai working on? I believe it was the. Yeah, go ahead.
It was crud, whichever of those pharmaceuticals I hadn't made yet.
I thought it was Corrupted Atlas.
Nope, I decided to shelve that for a while
Okay, got it.
and just work on the stuff that's actually obviously helpful.
Okay. Was it Hercules?
I don't think it was Hercules. Hold on. Fuck. So we've got Athena done. I think it might have been Artemis.
Okay.
But it might have been that I was working on both Artemis and Hercules under your newish system.
Yeah, that's fine. Let's go ahead and do that. So, pick one of those, and we're going to have a short scene in which Jai is actively working on that with some member of the crew, PC or NPC.
Okay. All right. So Christ. All right. Let's go with
Can you talk while searching up whatever you're looking for? Quickly now.
Hercules.
Okay.
Apparently.
There we go. Hercules.
So what? So I guess you want a scene of him working on this?
Yeah. Preferably involving some kind of character engagement. If you want to just give us give us a scene that's entertaining all by itself, then that's fine. Otherwise, go ahead and bring a PC or NPC into this.
All right. So what I do is I'm flooding the Horclaw's brain with all the kung fu movies I can find, and then slowly training it to fight. And then I inject it with these drugs, and it punches down the ship wall, and it's amazing. But also, we all die because we're all sucked out into the void.
So
The end.
my takeaway from that is that you're using the Horclaw. You're doing animal experimentation.
Yeah, I assume I'm probably doing animal experimentation on the Horclaw first,
Okay.
because we didn't actually buy rats, and it's around, and I'm actually kind of curious what will happen if I make it super powerful.
Okay, fantastic. So this will be a scene with Jai and Android.
Okay. Perfect. All right, Android.
But we always wanted.
Did you give it did you give it the feed I told you to give it earlier this morning?
No, it does not like that food.
Okay. You realize that is highly nutritious and might help avert some of the muscle spasms we've been noticing with the earlier dosage regimen, right?
Mighty likes the banana-based feed.
Mighty?
You named it Mighty.
Yes,
Well, under the circumstances, it might actually be appropriate. So, well, I guess this will still work. Hopefully, the modified regimen will avert some of the earlier issues we were seeing with modeling. Let's see.
are you sure this is wise?
I have no idea.
Mighty still has very sharp claws.
Of course, I mean, of course. That's why I want to see if it works well on him.
Her.
The way I yes, sure. I want to see if it works well on her because you see, these natural weapons it possesses, I want to see if they can be utilized much more effectively. If this works, Android, I tell you, we might have the basis for an army the likes of which the sector has never seen. Also, the enhancement in power. I kind of want to see if it can cut through steel bars.
That will be more difficult.
Oh, probably. I'm just being a little over optimistic there.
No,
But,
I mean it has been
but,
trained not to slice at metal.
oh.
Maybe if you
Well,
make the steel bars look like human limbs.
hmm. Okay, hold on.
Haha, I'm joking. I've also trained the I've also trained Mighty not to attack human limbs.
Oh. Well, either way, it'll be a useful proof of concept. Did you procure the meat?
Yes,
Perfect. Now here you are, Mighty. Don't attempt to slice off my hand now while I inject you with this large needle. Here you go. Does it attempt to slice my hand off?
it does not.
Okay, perfect. I inject it with the Hercules,
Okay. We'll
and then place the training, I guess, meat in the cage, and then watch.
all right. I feel like that's sufficient there, and we'll come back to that project later.
Okay.
Xander,
Yar.
your turn with the ADA detector.
A detector. Oh
Same.
god, this means I have to spend time with Android. Gross.
Android getting all kinds of attention. There's also Libra.
Oh, thank god. I'll take Libra. I mean, I'll have to scan both their heads, but you know.
Yeah, of course. Okay. Well, set this up for me. Libra still seems to have. Well, sorry. Set this up, and then I start talking. Let me do a little bit of initial setup, and then you can build the rest. So, Libra still has the idea stuck in her head that she wants to leave the Raza. A few of the other crew have heard that, and there's some that are ambivalent, and others that have grown attached to the larger android. So there's it's news that has spread through the crew. Um, despite a couple of efforts to uh, convince her to stick around, she has, without explaining anything, without giving them any background or context as to why, has declined, and has still said that she is interested in leaving the crew.
Right.
There's your setup. Build from the rest of it.
All right. So this shouldn't take long. Libra, I just need you to hold still while I do some scans, and I pull out the largest, scariest looking piece of possible scanning machinery I can find.
It's something that basically screams, "I'm an X-ray machine times 10 or times 100."
Yeah. If this thing does, when I turn this thing on, if it doesn't go, I am not doing my job right.
Libra looks at it. Zoe probably had it just sitting there waiting and unveiled it with from a sheet or something. Otherwise, how is she carrying it?
Yeah, no, it's on casters,
Okay,
obviously.
okay. Libra
Or
looks at it
but
as it's rolling up. What is that?
oh, it's just a magnetic resonant. No, it's a how can I explain it in words that normal people would understand? Um, it takes pictures of the inside of your brain structure.
It looks like it is designed to destroy the inside of my brain structure. Has this been
Hey,
tested?
you say potato, I say potato. Well, I don't because that'd be dumb. Who says potato? Yeah, I mean, it's been tested. I took a look at the inside of Switch's head.
Not to be fair, the best way of examining someone's brain structure is to cut open their brain by slice and just scan it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Now we have other methods that are less invasive, but
No, okay.
I'm
So
just saying.
basically, what this does is it shoots neutrinos through your brain, and as they pass through your brain, sometimes they bounce off of the positronic neurons. It tells me which ones are firing when, uh, and then it hits the receptor on the other side, obviously, and that's how we can tell.
When did you
Mm.
test this on Switch?
I don't know. Like I took the pictures half an hour ago.
Shortly before it had to go into an emergency maintenance cycle.
I haven't seen Switch in the last half hour.
I mean, who do you think just pushed the switch? Come out from behind there. You don't think I pushed this thing into the room, do you? Look at these little noodle arms.
Libra stares at Switch long
Switch
and
comes
hard.
in wearing Switch comes in wearing what I can only assume is like a nurse's outfit with like mechanics overalls over it.
Oh God.
What?
She's got like both her hands are covered in oil up to like the elbow.
Uh,
Hmm?
Go ahead and roll me a your favorite notice wisdom.
Yeah. Look, we're putting the mad in scientists today.
So Libra's face appears unchanged to Zoe.
Yeah, of course.
But she looks at she looks at Zoe. And what is this going to tell you?
Well, I mean, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take pictures of your brain as I ask you questions, and then based on those responses, we can, we can compare them to other, uh, both known ADAs and non-ADAs, and really draw conclusions from that. It's more of a like once you get past the how awesome Scanny McGee over here is, it's more of a compare and contrast
Where do I sit?
sort of situation. Oh, I mean, you're good right there. I just need you to hold still.
Let's move to the back of the cargo bay. There is less cargo there to be affected. Aim it out into the void of space. where my mind will be if this fails.
No, I mean, it's perfectly safe. I mean, neutrinos don't really interact with anything. That's the whole point.
She's already walking towards the back of the cargo bay.
God damn it! I just brought this thing up here. Ugh. Why is everybody such a pain in my ass?
Mm.
All right, yeah. I mean, come on, Switch. Bring the machine.
Did you actually have questions you wanted to ask Libra, or did you want to just let the scene cap with Zoe clicking and taking the pictures?
I mean, just imagine for yourself. You know, poetry, images of content stuff. I mean, it's basically a Rorschach test, but I can literally take pictures of your brain while I'm doing it.
Okay.
You know, the whole repeat after me, cells within cells within cells.
You're walking in a desert.
Exactly.
All right.
Your phone is dead.
Out of the corner of your eye, you spot him.
Shia LaBeouf.
Don't remember this part of the Voight contest, but okay.
What do? I gnaw my leg off. Ooh, wow. Nobody's answered that before.
Great to gnawing your leg off.
Never mind.
At least you
I'll
won't
watch
be
both
hungry.
those again. All right. So I think based on this initial test run, that's how I want to do projects going forward until I change it again.
Okay.
Just stop with the whole tracking of time and uh, blank and boring rolls, and let's get some interaction and spiced into them.
Makes sense to me.
Cool. You have let's bring us back to the present. You are at the, let's see, you came from Pana, so you are in the terminal zone or the horizon in the March system, and there are a couple of March Navy ships there. Not a significant presence, just enough that they would be able to beam back if a large fleet came through right before they were destroyed.
Yeah, they're picket ships.
Yeah. These are the guys that drew the wrong straws. Because, yeah.
I mean, yeah. Their job is literally stay out here until you die, and we'll learn something when you die.
Yup. You guys have already changed yourself, your transponders successfully to you can be Moon Boy. And they do call.
Forgot that's the whole question was a name, not just. I mean, you can be Moon Boy, which is what I thought you were saying. I was like, why would we name ourselves Moon Boy? But then I remembered.
Yep.
That's dumb.
YCMB-42.
Yep, you can be Moon Boy.
Oh, sorry,
You could be Moon Boy, too.
YCBM-42.
Oh, that's what we're gonna name the next one after this one blows up. You can be Moon Boy too.
Nice. And so this ship obviously has not ever come through. And the picket ships, I'll maybe find a better term for that, or maybe just keep using that. The picket line does challenge you and asks you for identification.
I send it to him.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wait,
can we
no,
just
I'm not
shove
there.
Zoe in front of the camera and make her wink at him?
Well, so far they're not actually asking to open a communication. They're just asking you for ship ID, the relevant ship metrics that go into that ID, just to check that the data you send is the same as is in the hash, and as they scan, passenger manifest, crew manifest, and cargo manifest. That's kind of standard authorization kind of paperwork or data.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And we send them the fake stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you've got a couple of still wanted terrorists on board. Are you giving them fake names, or are you
Yes,
just excluding them?
obviously. What part of fake, like, we have this number of people on board, we need this number of fake names.
Okay, so you're giving them fake names instead of excluding them. Got it.
Yes.
All right.
We are adding to our rap sheet lying to the police.
Oh boy, it's yeah, it's so much worse than all the other stuff we're doing.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll go ahead and have Nemesis make a quick admin check for you. I don't think that she can actually fail this. Well, no, I was right.
Well,
She cannot actually fail it.
oh, okay, I was about to say, that seems pretty close.
I had to see the second die to see what number it was. But
It's
yeah,
1 and 2.
it was only a 6.
Got it.
And they then, say thank you for visiting March and send over relevant first timer brochures and tourist and shopping material. I'd gotten a little bit ahead of myself last session when I told you all about the Alice Candor thing, skipping all of this fun initial entry interaction. But I would also say that the Alice Candor stuff is probably included in this data packet that you're receiving. So there's not a whole lot for you to research when you get down to the surface. You can, or when you get to orbit, you can have more or less apprised yourself of the VI and Electrodrone situation before getting there. Oops. Yeah. And I assume that you make your way to the to La Miera?
Yeah, there's not really anything else in this system, is there?
Nah. I mean, there's asteroid fields and moons and other things, but there's industrial processes going on there that are generally of little concern.
I mean, not to the people who work there.
Generally
Jeez.
of little concern to you.
There we go. Okay. That makes more sense. Casual dismissal of the working man.
Yeah. Oh, they're all blue collar? No, white collar. No, blue collar.
Well, in this world, they're orange collar because that's the collar you put on the neck of your spacesuit so people can find it easier
Oh yeah,
in
good,
space.
Good
Yeah.
point. Yeah.
Come on, let's world build just a little. All right, come on.
Yeah. I like that. What's the reason that they want the neck though?
Because it's where the biggest seal in the spacesuit is, between your head and your. Ooh,
Oh,
unless they build them Russian style, where you go in through the back. Ooh,
See, no, I was thinking that you meant they just wanted to recover the neck and not the rest of the body.
oh no, they want to recover the spacesuit, and the important bits are in the neck.
Okay, that makes sense.
Obviously.
So what else are you planning to tackle? You know that you'll probably have to do some kind of negotiating to be able to get your ship maintained at Light Rider Station. It's not supposed to be open to the public for wait, actually it might be.
I thought didn't we go there last time?
You did under special permission basically.
That's right.
Okay, yes. Publicly available services are limited to fuel and maintenance. It was installation of what is essentially a military fitting that was um, less that required the extra help. What I was thinking of, and I spoke too soon for this, was more that you're going to be there for a week. Are you going to try and make any special arrangements that will take you outside of Galactic Mandate authority or jurisdiction?
What? I'm not sure I understand the question.
Well, Galactic Mandate still has jurisdiction over here. If they come around and they spot you as a Raza just kind of chilling there, is that something that you're risking?
I mean, I know Zoe hates it, but we could always just ask her father.
Ah. I mean, okay, like, how are we docked at, like, do we go into a hangar, or are we just, like, parked on the outside of the fucking ship where anybody looking can be like, wait, isn't that the Raza?
It's an open air, I guess, open vacuum station or shipyard. You're
Mhm.
not actually able to take the Raza into any enclosed space.
So, let me get this straight. In a world where they need to build warships, they just build them out in the open where anybody with a fucking telescope can take a look and see what they're doing?
Uh-huh.
What the fuck? No wonder these
I
people
get-
only are merchants. The fuck's wrong with them?
I mean, you'd need to build an enclosed space large enough to handle this and all future projects, and the size
I
of
mean,
warships does vary.
it doesn't have to be enclosed. It just has to be shrouded, I guess.
It has the halo of light that Lamiera is always passing through, going for it. Light Rider Station is just outside that halo, so that's actually where it gets its name. It is riding along the edge of that halo of light, or the gases basically.
Always throw a blanket over it if you feel it makes you feel better.
So it's less exposed to junior astronomers on the surface of the planet, but more visible to ships outside.
Hmm.
Either way, that's kind of how I've visualized the shipyards that are capable of working on larger ships. Is that they're just arms that come out of a central station, um, and that the ship attaches and docks to one of those arms, and then the arms have all kinds of mechanization for cranes and trucks and such, just to glide along the arms. Infrastructure. That's what I'm looking for.
Hmm.
I'm saying there's nothing for it, Zoe. You're gonna have to call your daddy.
You can try negotiating
Gross.
with the station itself. You've already done business with them.
Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah, yeah. Look, we're making contacts. He got us in the door, but we're not gonna beg for scraps from his table forever. We're gonna make our own scraps. God damn it!
Wouldn't it technically be your table when he dies, if he ever dies?
Yeah, I mean, at this point, are we sure he even can die?
That's why I made the second part of the statement.
He
Yeah.
has
So,
he has very authoritatively told you that he cannot be killed.
yeah. But
That
he's
was
crazy.
when Android had a gun to his head. Well, sort of. Aimed
That's
at
all
his
that
head.
exists can die.
Do you bleed, Martha? Anyway. Shit. What was my mom's name? Yeah. Wow.
Something LaRue.
Melody.
Melody. That's right. Why did you say that name? Melody. Anyway. Yeah, I mean, I feel like I built a good relationship with the head of the construction construction crew. That's not the right word. Installation crew.
Um,
Because
construction crew
I
sounds fine to me.
I literally hung out with them the whole time that they were doing the installation, which might not necessarily give them a good opinion of me, but I think it should.
Well,
Wait, I have a quick question about that. Did we ever actually was it ever actually clarified how Melody died or what
Mhm.
happened there?
I believe so.
What was
Yeah.
it again?
Um. Well, shit. Now that I'm actually thinking about it,
Well, okay, so I'll take that back. I know.
I'm pretty sure you told us, and I think I should know, but I can't remember right now.
I will
Get
look
back
that
to
up
me.
after reminding you that Zoe did not actually hang out with them the entire last time because she was on vacation with her dad.
Yeah, but before that, right? I feel like I was. Who was I hanging out with when they were installing stuff in the ship?
You don't have friends.
I mean,
No,
obviously, I spent all my time with you.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think that there was some conversation about getting this done, and Cassian had laid down his ultimatum of I get a week with my daughter, and I'll do
Hmm.
this for you.
Well, shit. I could have sworn I was hanging out with somebody. Maybe it was one of the other stations. I don't know.
Might have been.
I really need to start taking notes. But first, I need to learn how to take notes, and that seems like a real pain in the ass.
Yeah. It is.
I just type random things. I've given you a personal notes page so that you can type random things.
Mm. Yeah, and how's that been working out for me so far?
Let me look.
It is not.
Oh, you've got a couple of random notes. Yeah.
Do I? Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus. All right. Anyway,
Including check visualizer signature, which I have no idea what that is.
yeah, me neither. It's a useful note. Thanks, past Xander. Really helpful.
So yeah, how do you want to
Um,
go about trying to make some kind of inroads with Belmont Station or with Light Rider Station?
do they need a whole bunch of agricultural gear?
As it turns out, they don't.
Yeah, I figured.
Lame.
Uh, do they need more cargo space on their warships? Hmm?
You could quite possibly talk to them about that. They are the shipyard for Lamiera, so they don't just build their own ships. They don't just build House Belmont ships. They build ships for all the houses, as well as the Council of March needs.
Yes. Ooh, actually, they'd probably be more interested in the fuel scoop then, right?
Uh, they would probably have interest in both the fuel scoops, and the cargo pods, because anything that improves the amount of goods moved is generally good for March based on its location in the sector.
It is worth bringing out that we actually want to keep any sale of that and possession of that on the down low. Because if the people we're going to meet next get wind of that we have it and sold it, they will probably not pay us and will probably just shoot us.
Yeah, well, we've gotten pretty good at shooting back.
Have we?
No, we usually shoot first, and that usually solves the problem.
Yeah, you do. Now, to be clear, docking for maintenance is not a problem. You can do that with 2 minutes of uh, just us talking about it, um, and then move on to other things. The only thing that you'll need to do anything extra for, the only thing that you'll need to adventure for, is if you also want Light Rider Station to work on your guns. Any
Right.
military work.
Right. Excuse me. Um. Yeah, because without our guns, we're not really a cruiser. We're like a fat merchant, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, you've got four of
Um,
them. You're just trying to finish up the last one.
right.
No, but I mean, but we can like suck them inside the. We can tuck them into the.
Yeah.
Don't they retract?
I don't know.
Oh, you're talking about. Sorry. No. What I mean by working on your guns is putting the time and the credit cost and the spare parts cost into fixing your main gun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you don't have
Yeah,
to.
and
Sorry, go ahead.
what I'm saying is, maybe I misunderstood. I thought the problem with us going to a light rider was that there was going to be people there who were like, "Hey, isn't that the Raza?"
Yes, yes. Sorry. You're right. You're right. And I immediately forgot that. Yeah, there is also the current concern that you'll be there for a week, and this is still Galactic Mandate does still have jurisdiction out here in March. So
Right.
you'd be looking for some kind of just protection from them.
Right. And honestly, the easiest solution there is Zoe asks her father if she doesn't want to do that.
I mean, the easiest solution is to buy a flight path and some landing in on Lamiera and just fucking
which will
land the fucking.
which will immediately tip everyone off in the area that the Raza is here, because we're the only ones with a ship of this size that can do
We're
that.
the only ones with a cruiser. If we retract the guns, we're just a fat merchant ship.
No, cruisers can't land on in atmosphere. Only the Raza can do
That's
that.
what I just said.
Uh huh.
And if we retract the guns, we're not a cruiser anymore. I feel like I'm being very clear about
No, you're
this.
still a
I don't.
cruiser. You're still a cruiser class hull.
Okay, what's the difference between a cruiser and a really big fucking merchant ship?
They're
The guns.
No,
the
frigate hulls are actually a measurable size smaller than cruiser hulls. Ignore the hulls and the classification. The Raza is just too large for Atmo config to work normally, and that's what sets it apart. Um, the largest ship that could feasibly enter atmosphere is probably about half your size. The largest known ship that could enter atmosphere is probably about half your size.
Huh.
Yeah, it's not the guns, it's the size of the entire spaceship.
Okie dokie. Well, then I don't fucking know what we're doing.
1 second.
Why don't we switch over to Nox for just a second while we kind of regather our bearings here. Nox, anything that Charlie is doing?
Not really. I don't really have anything planned Charlie ways.
Okay.
Maybe the acquisition of the Korean language or the beginnings of that.
Okay. Does Charlie have the language slot available?
How many language slots do you have per, I guess, intelligence or connection?
It's a chart in the book. I don't remember exactly.
I will open up the book.
Yeah, it's fairly early on. See if I put it in languages here. Well, it's the sidebar on page 24, and it is based on your connect or know skill.
I
Based,
think the no skill is currently at 1.
okay. What is Charlie's connect at?
Or rather, the connect skill is at 1, not the no skill.
Okay, gotcha.
What's going on now?
Charlie doesn't know shit.
I've flipped over to Charlie just for a second while we resort our bearings on the ship.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gaining access to my character sheet.
Oh, I forgot, dude. I can probably help you out with that.
Yeah, connect one.
Okay. And Charlie currently has his 2 default languages plus 1, so connect 1. I'm sure it gives him access to more than just 1 extra language. I don't remember the exact number, but I know it's more than 1. So yeah,
It was 2.
okay. He can start learning. Start the process of learning Korean.
Now he'll be able to speak with the ferrets.
Yes, now he'll be able to speak with
The
ferrets.
ferret language.
Yeah. That's actually 3 more at Connect 1, so he'll be able to learn 1 more language after this.
Awesome. Any languages that would be useful to know? What languages have we encountered the most here?
Russian.
Yeah.
He already knows
Um,
Russian, so it's
maybe what language do the creatures of the world speak? Maybe you should learn that.
creatures in the infraworld.
Yeah.
I don't think we have crew from the infraworld, so there's no one he can learn it from.
Yeah, there is. You can go speak to the lump of flesh in the brig.
True. All right, I'm learning infraworld.
Unfortunately, that is not a language that Gore can teach.
Damn it.
Unfortunate.
What if I steadily supply him with a larger and larger body? By way of
Dumping biomass on it.
lobotomizing crewmates and feeding them to him.
Oh God.
That's not how his body horror stuff works.
Unless we start grafting people to him.
Now, if you want to bring Jai in on this, then he can certainly start helping with that.
Right, project with Giant nobody asked for.
There is no reason to do this, save that we can.
Medical curiosity, that's a reason.
Sure. I guess.
Taking this a little bit more seriously, does Charlie want to try and see if he can learn anything of the language that they use?
What, infraworld?
Mm-hmm.
It'd be useful, so sure. And there's not really any other language to learn.
Okay. Getting the material that he needs to learn Korean is obviously very easy. Lamierra has a very good schooling, and the resources are readily accessible. So that he'll be able to do fairly quickly. We'll come back to him learning whatever he can about the infra language. And let's go ahead and flip back over to the shipyard light rider station. Light rider platform. Let me put it into just more modular buckets, because I think I may have confused some things. So at light rider platform, you can get ship maintenance done. The risk that you face is that Galactic Mandate does have jurisdiction here. That risk is somewhat mitigated by the fact that you are not listed as the Raza or the Leith, and so you could just say, okay, guys, do this maintenance, and basically set that risk aside, hoping that it doesn't actually come and affect you. That's one option, is just go to Light Rider platform, have them begin maintenance, and hope that Galactic Mandate does not scan too deeply. They will still be able to reasonably identify you as the Raza if they are going around searching all cruiser class ships to see if they're scanning cruiser class ships to see if they have Atmo config and they succeed at the skill check to do so. Okay?
I think I might have a way to prevent this from being a concern.
Okay, let's hear it.
What if we paint the Raza bright neon colors and plaster it with advertisements for various corporations? That way, even if they probe the ship and see that we're like equipped like the Raza, they'll never actually believe it's us because that would be absurd.
I don't know whether to take that seriously or not.
You best start taking everything seriously, Dex.
Let me finish up with my buckets, and then we'll add another bucket for that. Second option is go to Light Rider platform and try and talk to somebody about your concerns with Galactic Mandate. However you want to approach that, you're basically asking them to shield you in some way from Galactic Mandate's scrutiny. You do still have an arrangement with the Council of March, brokered through Daddy Dearest, Cassian LaRue, that has kind of given you a little bit more autonomy in Lamiera. It was a very small detail in a past session, so not surprised if that has gone under the radar. But you can be the Raza here, and Lamiera isn't going to do anything to you. It's of course, unless you start attacking Lamiera, it's only Galactic Mandate's authority that you have to worry about, and Lamiera doesn't always just give them a blank check. Okay, so that's bucket 2, is going to Light Rider platform and trying to negotiate for them to give you some protection from Galactic Mandate scrutiny. Going and alright, bucket 3 is going there, telling them that you're the Raza, and asking them to not only do the maintenance, shield you from Galactic Mandate scrutiny, but also to do additional work on the guns. Now, you more or less do need to tell them that you're the Raza for that, because of how obvious it very quickly becomes once they're working on the guns. But that's, I mean, I guess you don't have to. You could just let them discover it for themselves and then deal with whatever fallout that causes, if any.
Mm-hmm.
But that's your third bucket, is going to Light Rider platform, asking them to shield you from Galactic Mandate and work on the guns. Bucket 4, of course, being, Daddy, can you protect us? And then whatever Lulu said was 5.
Yeah.
You with us, Arch?
Is there a lot of Galactic Mandate presence here, or is it?
There's not a lot. Like, there was more Galactic Mandate presence at Pana. Okay, proportionally, there was more Galactic Mandate presence at Pana. There's a lower proportion of Galactic Mandate presence for the number of ships that travel to and from March, but a lot of that is just doing regular patrolling, and just kind of doing their duties as far as pirate prevention.
Right. So basically, they're like, this place is rich enough that they can afford to police themselves, so they kind of let us get on with it.
Kind of, yeah. You guys got a little bit more insight into the arrangement between Galactic Mandate and March last time. when Cassian arranged for you to get that work done at Light Rider platform. Uh, Outwardly, anyone would just assume that this is any other planet that Galactic Mandate patrols, and that Galactic Mandate has full authority outside of off planet. Um,
Mm-hmm.
you guys learned that the specific arrangement between the Galactic Mandate and the Council of March allows the Council of March and even the individual houses, to deny them jurisdiction.
Right. So basically, March is the one saying, "Hey, you guys provide free policing, so we'll let you keep doing it."
Yeah, and it's not actually free. March is paying taxes and such for it, but yes,
Okay, so more like you guys are providing policing, and some of our people are more controllable when they think that you're around doing policing, so we let you stay.
exactly.
Yeah, that makes sense.
hmm As far as you know, March is the only system that is able to negotiate that much more leverage in their contract, and
I, I thought the Imperial. Oh God, what are they called? The Shogunate. I thought didn't they have something like that?
oh no, they
Or are
just
they
don't have a
just?
contract with the Galactic Mandate at all. They
That's
just
right. They're just like straight up at war.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
like screw you
Go ahead.
guys, we do our own shit here.
Sorry. Sorry. Yeah, I mean, I'm down for just like landing on the station and then being like, "Oh, by the way, station people, we're the Raza, keep it on the down low."
Okay. Well, Charlie, Zoe is likely to be the one, since she manages all the ship affairs, to be having that discussion. So I won't even ask if Jai agrees. Um, does Zoe take anybody
I,
with her?
so I would say I don't think that we're gonna get the guns worked on here. We might get the stuff for the guns, but I'm not sure Zoe really wants to let other people touch the big fuck off cannon.
I think that was a suggestion from Lulu to save some of the time that it will take, because
And
it's
also because finding the actual spare parts is not
yes,
actually that easy.
yeah, that too.
Yeah, look, no, I'm down with them collecting the parts for us. I just don't
Oh
want them to
no,
be
No.
touching my gun
okay,
and taking
so
pictures.
here's the problem,
Yeah,
Zoe.
how are they gonna know what parts we need without looking at the
Well,
yeah.
no, it's at least as Dex explained it to me. Unless we have them work on the gun directly, they're not going to sell us spare parts in any real number.
Yeah, shipyards don't generally sell the spare parts that they use in repairing ships. And if we got nitty gritty into the actual fiction of it, they're not using spare parts. They're using premium parts. Uh,
Yeah, they just cost as much as the same amount of spare parts would.
exactly.
Yeah, I got you. Hmm.
It's more of a concession to the player that spare parts can be used for everything.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, I don't want other people to know how to make a big fuck off cannon.
That's fair.
Space magic, fucking, whatever. I enjoy being the only person in the sector with a, well, currently broken, but soon not to be, magical space cannon.
Right. Well, I mean, assuming we can never find the spare parts for it anyway,
Yeah.
which is a big if.
I mean, how many
I'm gonna
spare
make it a
parts
little bit
do
easier
we
for you
still
guys
need?
in the future.
It's 17,000 spare parts, and I believe the place that sells the most spare parts in the sector only ever has 2d6,000 at a time.
So the real problem here is we sold all our fucking spare parts on Coast. Shouldn't have done that.
Did we? I don't remember
Oh
selling
no, that
them.
was scrap.
Yeah.
God, I keep
Yeah,
getting scrap and spare parts fucking mixed up.
yeah. Better terms could have been used.
I mean, we have a bunch of like lab technicians. How much would they complain about being turned into machinists? We have a level 4 workshop and a bunch of bored scientists. Let's fucking crank out some spare parts.
There's actually a fitting for that. So you'd have to have the fitting, sorry.
Okay, I'm sorry. There's a separate fitting
Yeah.
that I need in order to make something.
Yep.
A
So-
T4 something that I
Yep.
cannot make in a T4 workshop?
Yep.
For that
the
level of construction, yes. If you're talking about making a laser pistol, you can certainly do that. But when you're talking about making spare parts in mass, you need a mobile factory. If you're curious, a mobile factory is only 3 power and 6 mass.
We don't have the space for it.
We don't?
No.
Oh yeah, because each mass is 100 tons, right?
200.
200.
Or
Yeah.
200. We only have 2 cargo space? That's crazy. I thought we had more.
We used to, but we put stuff in.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that tracks.
But what are we actually doing?
Well, I guess I'm just gonna have to get over the fact that I don't like people touching my guns.
Now,
Okay.
after some discussion with Lulu, in which she berated me mercilessly until I cried,
Yeah,
Oh,
it sounds
what?
like it. That's-
Oh,
that's
hold
very
on.
accurate.
Hold on. I made you cry and you didn't even let me know in the moment? What the hell, Dex?
Of
I would
course
have.
not.
What?
no, I'm denying you that. You don't get that
Oh.
pleasure. You don't get the pleasure of both
Lame.
yelling and satisfaction. No,
Lame.
one or the other.
Mm.
Satisfaction.
You're getting the satisfaction now. You had the yelling earlier. Mix them up if you have to.
Lame.
I do intend to give you other avenues that let you perhaps sacrifice components, because components are clearly more exciting to track down. Or components, pre-tech components, yeah, for the spare part requirements. So you may be able to, for example, use a materials component that eliminates the need for 2,000 spare parts. It won't be a great number. It won't be like you can, do 2 components that obviate 10,000 spare parts need, but it will still be in a, something that reduces the number, kind of commensurate with the benefit you'd get if you were putting it into a weapon mod in a combat-based game. If that makes sense. End result is I plan to let you find more spare parts by using components to find them. Does that change your decision matrix at all?
How long would it take to like rent a factory on the planet to just churn out a fuck ton of spare parts?
Oops.
Why are you laughing?
Because Lulu and I had this conversation, or a similar conversation as well.
Stop having conversations about stuff I care about without me.
I don't know what you do after a game, but they usually end up occurring within 15 minutes to half an hour after the game ends.
Usually I go to the bathroom and then like stretch and walk around because I've been sitting for
Oh, fair enough.
6 hours. 3 hours, I guess, at that point.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. You can always come on back if you see we're still in voice and talking about something important.
Yeah, it's that second part that really gets me.
It's not always important.
We're usually talking about game stuff still.
Yeah, that's true. But we got way off track here. And we're almost at 1 o'clock. Do you guys want to make a decision before 1, or do you want to let it sit and ponder this new information after? Oh, you asked about the factory. Not really an option. You certainly could get into building or renting or buying or something a factory. Um, but generally, the number of spare parts that will come out of that are much less than you'd be able to get going and scrapping things yourself.
Yeah, what if instead of renting a factory, we just blew up a shipyard and looted it for scraps?
That would certainly work. It would probably get you way more spare parts than you can even hold.
More spare parts than you can possibly imagine.
We
Oh,
can just open up the cargo bay and scoop them up like a whale swallowing plankton.
although having transitioned from my own house-ruled, homebrewed trade stuff, which was also a terrible idea, into the Sons of Gold stuff, apparently spare parts are actually 500 to a ton instead of the 200 number I'd been using.
All right.
So, you probably have a little bit more cargo space than you thought, but not by much.
Wait,
Yeah.
wouldn't we have less?
No, we'd have more.
Yeah, I was previously saying
Oh,
that it.
you said 500, not. I thought you said 50, and I was like, wait, what?
No,
Oh, yeah, no.
it's no.
Yeah, 500 to a ton.
Gotcha.
So you should have effectively, 2.5 times more or less cargo space used.
Cool.
Again, I don't think you're at the cap, so it's not super important to adjust that now. What's the verdict? Do you want to take a break now, or do you want to settle the maintenance?
I need to go move my car, so I would appreciate it if we did it now, but I feel like we're gonna end up doing the maintenance here, so I
I
can do both.
all I need before the break, if we want to settle the maintenance, is just the decision of what you're doing. That way, I can think about it during the break. So,
Yeah, I mean, I guess we're getting gun stuff happening,
okay. So
and
maintenance
then the
plus
regular
guns.
maintenance.
And we will come back in 15 minutes for Zoe to make this a fictional reality by talking with somebody who can give you that protection and not failing her skill check. Come on back in 15 minutes. All right, we are back at 1:15. Everyone's here. I'm going to go ahead and bring us back into frame.
Are we?
As
Are
here
any
as
of
we're
us
going to be.
ever truly here?
All right, so at the time that you begin the maintenance, you have a current maintenance cost of 518,055 credits. I will put that in Discord for you.
Yeah. Here, let me just open up the old wallet and delete some money.
All right.
Jesus Christ.
I will not require you to. I won't start tracking maintenance again until after this maintenance has finished. Just because it's easier that way, instead of adding 7 days or saying that you start off with maintenance due. So this is as of 21st. You'll start reaccruing maintenance needs basically when you leave this station. Even if you stay here for an extra 3 days, you won't be needing maintenance for those 3 days. So I'll start tracking it again once you leave here.
Now, did we ever clarify whether we were working on the gun here or not?
That
Yeah, we are.
is Zoe is going to be doing that right now. I believe
Okay.
the decision was yes, that she is going to ask. And I suppose I shouldn't have given you the maintenance number just yet, because there's still a slight chance that you could fail and they say no, get out of here.
Oh, okay. Well, then I won't delete the money from my wallet yet.
Okay, so is anybody joining Zoe as she, you approach Light Rider platform and get authorization to dock. You can then tell them that you're looking for ship maintenance and potentially other arrangements, and they'll tell you which dock to dock with to approach based on your ship size.
Mhm.
So that's all very rote stuff. They will either send someone to your ship to discuss the additional arrangements you're looking for, or you can take yourself and any crew that you want to take along with you to the central hub and discuss it with people there. You have a preference?
Nope, not really.
Okay. Well, they say that it's easy enough to just send someone over. In fact, they'll be waiting when you arrive.
Do I remember who we dealt with last time?
No, because Cassian did the dealing.
Right.
He went higher up than. I mean, you could probably get the name of that person, but he went pretty high up to begin with.
Right. He didn't call the person on the field. He called the person's boss's boss and said, "Hey,
Yeah,
make sure this happens."
exactly.
Okay, that tracks.
Generator names. Yes. Roman names for Lamiera.
Mm-hmm.
Roman and Latin.
Even though they're French, you know.
Yeah, Lamiera is a weird combination.
Look, they're French but pretentious. We get it.
Yeah, that's probably accurate. So, you take the Raza over to the landing bay. It's not even a landing bay. It's the arm that they tell you to approach, and there's a small service crew there ready to hook you up and secure the Raza for long-term storage, work, and maintenance. And they're already starting to clamp on and uh, hook things up, even as you are making your way to the airlock.
Making our way downtown.
Standing outside the airlock when your ship is fully settled, I assume you're actually there at the point when you finally can open the airlock, yeah? Not
Yeah,
making this
yeah,
person
yeah.
wait. Okay.
Ooh, ooh, yes, the power. No, okay, I won't do it.
All right, and when all is secured, you open up your airlock to receive the inspector and crew. The inspector is well, they're all wearing vac suits, but has been identified as Antonia Power. Thank you for her last name. I stole that from you.
Anthony Power.
Antonia.
Oh, Antonia.
Antonia. Mm-hmm.
Who's she the aunt of?
Minutia.
Frax.
Not minutiae. Minutia. Like
Yeah, yeah.
Minucia.
The Greek pronunciation.
Yeah, something like that. Um,
He said, totally lying.
there would probably be a lot more syllables if it were the Roman pronunciation.
Yeah. Anyway,
Anyway,
Miss Powers.
Miss Power comes on board.
Power. Miss
Cycles.
Power.
Yeah, cycles through your airlock along with three just kind of general crew with her. And once past the inner airlock, removes her vac suit helmet and extends a hand to Zoe. Is anybody
Wait,
there with Zoe?
is the station not inflated? No, not inflated. Does it not have air? Why are they wearing vac suits? Do
I'm
they
still
not trust our air?
no, I'm still picturing this as an entirely external. Because you said you didn't care whether you went and to their station or if they came to your ship.
Oh, so
It
you
was there.
split the difference.
So we're
You're all
meeting-
meeting in
Yeah,
space.
space.
No,
Jesus.
no. So
I'm very
I'm
confused.
still picturing this shipyard as a central hub station out from which a number of arms span, and those arms are just exposed to space. There's
All right,
no.
so there's no, probably save for like maybe like a couple of small offices and such
Yeah.
to if like necessary. Most of the actual atmosphere is going to be in the central station rather than out here.
Yes.
Weird. Okay.
I may be taking shipyard a little bit
Charlie's there.
too literally. Because I'm really picturing docks, like
Yeah. Okay.
harbor docks.
Sure. Yeah, that's fine. I will lead them to the conference room so we can all sit down and have a nice discussion.
All right. Antonia
I mean,
and
they didn't bring like the full crew, did they? They brought, I assume, like the leaders of the crew.
yeah, that's actually what it is. Is she knew that you had from what you sent over. She knew that you had quite a lot of maintenance that needed to be done, and that you had some special requests. So she is the project manager, so to speak, and she's got a foreman and a couple of technicians with her to advise on pricing and costing and all that.
Yeah, makes sense.
All right, Zoe, Charlie, and Antonia and crew go to your conference room. Is anybody else partaking in this or participating in this?
No, not for now. I feel like I'd just get in the way.
Okay.
Let Zoe do her thing.
Nemesis is 100% there. Like yes, Nemesis there.
Okay, Nemesis is there. With so many of
Yeah.
the bridge crew, Scotty has also insisted that you take a guard with you.
Yeah. I bring.
Big Harry.
Eh, it's a small conference room, you know. We don't want a crowd to.
You don't cut
let
an
me.
intimidating figure.
I don't know. Let me look at the fucking crew list again. We take.
Why not Armstrong?
Ephraim's in the hospital, right?
Ephraim's
Yeah.
in the hospital. yeah.
Seconding Armstrong.
Armstrong is crew.
We take Macy.
Okay.
Miss Newton. Ms. Newton? Merce
Oh,
Newton?
that-
I don't know.
Bringing that up, actually, cutting in quickly. Sorry. Dex, you said a lot of people would be requesting promotions.
Yes.
Has
I
anybody?
guess let us know what the list is there when you have time to think through that.
Oh, I've got that.
Okay.
we can. Yep.
All right. We'll discuss it after then.
Yeah, we can handle that shortly. All right. Antonia Power and her crew, along with you and your crew, sit down at the table, and she gets straight down to business. Looking over the details that you sent and the details that you didn't send for want of privacy and discretion.
Mhm.
She begins asking for the additional details. She is plowing straight ahead and asking for everything that you didn't want to tell right off the bat.
Yeah, so what's the equivalent of asking for an NDA? That's really where I'm at right now.
But you can just say it like that.
Yeah, I want space NDA. I need you guys to sign this space NDA before I'm willing to, disclose.
And she looks up at Zoe.
Is
This
is that common or is that?
not for maintenance work, not really. It would be much more common for military or, well, private military.
Mhm.
Mercenary companies probably frequently are allowed that, as well as really, well, research ships in which the research can't be separated from the ship.
Right. Okay.
So yeah,
Then
it's
I feel good. I feel good about what I'm doing. Then yes, I want an NDA.
Yeah. It's common outside of regular civilian and small-time space trekker.
Right. We are not your. I wish to convey in the strongest terms that we are not your average run-of-the-mill maintenance project. We have certain needs. Oh, that sounds weird. Let's not phrase it like that.
No, the
go
crew will not
on,
do the
Zoe.
work in gimp suits.
Oh my god. You guys are fucking
God.
weirdos. You suck toes.
You're the one who said that we have certain needs.
We do have certain needs. But not like weird needs, like normal needs.
Oh, I'm sorry. They're in maid outfits.
Yeah,
Thank you.
that's a normal need. Yeah, she kind of pauses and taps the data pad in front of her, blanking the screen, and looks up at Zoe. What did you have in mind?
Since I don't actually know anything about this, like,
No, I'm gonna
have
make
we?
you talk through it all. No, go ahead and roll.
Yeah.
This
No,
sounds
no,
like
I mean, is this like a trade thing, or would this be more like an administration thing?
so. This is an admin thing that you can put your trade benefit to use, or have Nemesis roll it.
No, I think I'm 100% behind making this Nemesis problem, so that if it fails, it's Nemesis's problem.
Okay.
Plus, I think her role is better than mine, even with the extra. Yeah.
Yeah, and she also has not only the number on the roll, but the actual skill of 3 being
Yeah.
one of the most administrative people on this planet.
Yeah.
In any system she visits.
I like how that basically makes her a space lawyer, but know,
Yeah.
she's a hacker of both legal code and regular code.
Boy. Oh boy.
Oh man, I didn't think about that until just now, but that's great. Oh my god.
Boy.
Nemesis is able to bring up a few legal citations. She's definitely not a lawyer, but she's savvy enough on this with her admin as it is to bring up relevant codes or codes that are relevant to what you're doing here. And Power is taking notes. She reactivates her data pad and is taking notes as Nemesis goes on, and they banter back and forth about a couple of things, and ultimately Power says, "This all looks fine."
Yeah,
If
I don't want like a crazy NDA. I want like a normal. If you talk about us after this, we get to sue you NDA.
Of course. This is all basically boilerplate. Will you allow me to send this back over to our legal team and make sure that they sign off on it?
Yeah, I mean that's.
You hear the whoosh sound as she just taps the next button and it goes.
Oh wow, they've got pneumatic tubes.
Well, yeah, they got it. They're using all. They're not using the air to breathe. They got to use it for something.
What did you think that Metaspace was?
You're right. It's just a series of tubes.
It's not a dump truck. God, that meme is so fucking old.
It is 20 years old, I believe.
I don't
Really, was it 2000?
even know what that
2001?
meme is. Image dump it, please.
Series-
The
It's
internet
not.
is a series
Oh,
of tubes.
it's a YouTube.
Oh wait, is it?
yeah.
2006, so it's 15 years old.
That's fine. Image dump or general non-Darkstar chat is fine. Um,
Basically, a senator or maybe a representative was making a speech about the internet and exposed his lack of knowledge
oh,
on the subject in the speech, and then people like remixed it and stuff, and so it's
nice. Okay.
Oh,
mm,
they said it in the context of opposing net neutrality, so that explains a lot.
yeah, well,
Yes, it
yeah.
does. Yes. Um, okay.
But yeah, he literally said that and I quote, "The internet is not a dump truck; it's a series of tubes. You can't just put stuff on the internet or something like that. I don't remember exactly.
She gets a reply
Like they
back.
said, it's been 15 years.
Yeah, I'll watch it later. She gets a reply back pretty quickly, um, and skims through it as you're having some water or something. Um,
Sure. Taking a break, talking to the foreman. Hey, what's up?
yeah, he would be happy to talk mechanical shop with Zoe. You know, as long as it's not any other private concerns.
Yeah. No, I'm just generally, hey, if you had hypothetically, and
Oh boy.
then I talk his ear off about like hover bicycles or something.
All right.
I'm making friends.
You certainly are. He
Now hold
is.
on. Are hover bicycles a thing as opposed to hover motorcycles, Dex?
Yep.
Of course.
Dude, you would not believe the things that people are like, no, this part has to be human powered, but this part can be whatever the fuck you want.
You were on a
Right.
planet where they had scooters powered by a treadmill that you had to walk on.
Yeah, I remember that.
I remember thinking how fucking weird it was.
Well, I assure you, it was fucking weird.
And
Mhm.
even weirder when I was able to show you a real life example of it.
Super weird.
Yeah.
You know what? I don't think humanity is valid. I'm pretty sure we need to go.
um.
Okay, you know what really pisses me off? How expensive a one wheel is. I
Yeah.
want one of those things, but they're like $2,000.
Wait, you mean a
Uh-huh.
unicycle?
No, the like motorized skateboard, but it's just one big wheel in the center.
Oh, a
I
hoverboard.
No, it's called a one wheel.
I've never
I've
heard
always
of this.
seen
Oh
referred
my
to as
God.
as a hoverboard.
A motorized skateboard with one wheel?
Yeah.
Here,
Mhm.
I'll send you a picture.
It's got a tire in the middle.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Uh,
refocus this while that picture is being posted. Um, Power receives a response and looks up at Zoe. It
yes.
doesn't say anything immediately.
Okay.
Did you go with the angle of just telling them that you're the Raza and that you want basically them to shoo Galactic Mandate away?
I mean, I haven't told them anything yet. They haven't signed the NDA.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. I hadn't considered that. Then she gets a response back that everything is fine, and she signs it, and sends the signed and slightly revised. So Nemesis goes over it and says that they didn't change anything, particularly uh, functional.
Hmm.
Just basically used legal terminology specific to Lamiera.
Mm-hmm.
And that they've effectively, yes, they've signed the NDA.
Gotcha.
And she looks at Zoe. Okay. Whatever
Yeah.
alterations or amendments to regular contract maintenance work did you want?
Yeah. So now I just laid out for him, like, this is the Raza. Uh, these are the things we need.
You
This
see a
is
little
the
bit of
big gun we need
uncomfortable
to work.
squirming from the crew behind her.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome to the game, motherfuckers. Anyway.
All right. Why don't you roll me a? This seems like a connect thing. So give me a charisma connect from Zoe.
Yeah, we're gonna make friends today. Hopefully, Jesus. All our charisma people keep leaving. I think that says something about us, but I don't know what.
It says that we haven't found the right player that whose
Hmm.
personal style matches the style of the game that we're running.
Yeah. I don't know if that's actually good enough. Do I need to know? I need to choose whether I'm going to reroll before I find out whether it's good enough, right?
No, you don't.
Oh, okay. Well, fuck it.
That is, yeah, no, that is a sufficient roll for basically just kind of setting aside any unease that they have. Not necessarily setting it aside, but working past it. It is not going to be a hindrance or obstacle for them to know that they're now talking about working on the Raza.
Right.
So then, I assume that. Well, you just said that you want them to shoo off galactic mandate. You shouldn't have to assume anything. She goes over the bullet points of deter galactic mandate, any inquiries, refuse jurisdiction if galactic mandate tries to assert, and what's this? Can you explain more about what you want done with this gun?
Um, I would, but the Xander doesn't actually know what we still need to do for this gun. Is it? We just need a crap ton of spare parts for it, right?
Yes. It just
And
needs basic work done on it. You've already got the pre-tech components all installed. You just need the actual uh, parts that got ripped out and destroyed and damaged in when Starbase salvaged your ship.
Right. And I've been going over this thing for like 6 or a year now, right?
Yeah. Zoe
So
knows it
at this
back
point, I
and
could
forth.
probably like draw up what we need and just send it to them and be like, we need these parts and people to install them.
Yeah. Yeah. Easy enough. Go ahead and roll me a int fix or charisma fix.
It's the exact same roll. Kablamo.
All right,
yep.
went with int. She is impressed and visibly impressed with Zoe's just easy recital of exactly what parts, components, not pre-tech components, but what specific parts and even down to model numbers of the more difficult to find things, the things that they'll either have to manufacture on planet or ship in from, well, somewhere, since the Nox is gone. Sorry, Nox. Um,
She's like, what exactly do you need? And I opened an Excel sheet and I'm like, well, we need 555,682 half-inch bolts and accompanying nuts. Start going down the list.
Yeah, she starts
Oh my god.
scribbling furiously, but before she starts scribbling furiously, she does tap a little icon and says, "I'm recording right now."
No,
Um,
I mean, I'll just email you the list. I'm just,
oh yeah.
we live in the future now. I don't know if you've caught up yet.
Send it
She,
to your pager.
she is still making notes because she's basically taking the parts that you reference and converting them into serial numbers, not serial numbers, but part numbers, local part numbers.
I'm from Lamiero. What part numbers would I be using if not the local ones?
Um, well, things have changed in the last year.
Oh my god, Dex. Just because you want her to be writing something down to look efficient doesn't mean that she needs to actually write anything down.
Could also be
I'm the
internal
one doing the
warehouse
impressing
numbers.
here. Stop trying to overshadow me.
That's totally not what's happening.
Anyway.
But yeah,
It could have
Yeah.
just been like internal warehouse numbers for their own serial stock keeping.
Yeah. That's
she's writing something.
sure. Very
And
suspicious.
with no real fuss or anything, she agrees to the deterrence of galactic mandate. Let me pull over my notes here. So here's how it plays out. House Belmont will take the Raza's business, as stated, and temporarily shield you from galactic mandate. They'll continue. They will be doing this maintenance under the you can be Moon Boy, but they're also going to internally log that your ship is also known as the Raza.
All right. I mean, it just means that next time we come here again. Okay, so this is what I want. Like, I want to talk to somebody in charge so I can be like, "Hey, we need a code phrase." So every time we come here under a new fucking name, you guys can like know who we are.
Well, you kind of have that with the ship ID hash. Um, Next time you come into here as the Leith or as you can be Moon Boy, they know that you're the Raza, and they link that to whatever other arrangements that you've got. It's Galactic Mandate that you're trying to shield your Raza-ness from.
Yeah, that's what okay.
They're okay.
I think I'm just not saying things correctly today or something. I don't know.
They are not sharing this information with Galactic Mandate.
I didn't think they were. That's why I was willing to give them a code thing to figure out who we were if we came in under a new name.
I see what you mean.
Like a password.
Yeah, nope.
Yeah,
I
so
just
like
didn't understand you.
we come in under the the Earth's moon is our new name. We could be like, hey, we need a docking spot, and they'll be like, okay, here, go to this place. We'll be like, but wait, boiled eggs, and they'll be like, oh my god, it's the Raza. Okay, all right. Anyway, that was more grumpy than I thought it was gonna be.
That's all right. No, I apologize. I misunderstood what you were asking for. And
I don't want to. I don't. Basically, what I'm asking for is something where we don't have to deal with this exact same thing next time.
she will pass that along and see if there are any procedures for it.
Okay. AKA, the GM needs to think about it, which is perfectly valid.
Yes.
How long
Once
is the NDA for?
Code phrase. Only until they finish the work.
So once they finish the work, they can tell everyone that they worked on a new gun for us?
Oh, no, sorry. Yeah, that's I forgot how the NDAs work. It's basically permanent. They have no they do not have anything in there that says that they will release this after or make this releasable after any time period. They do include various little escape clauses where if you end up destroying worlds here and there, then the NDA is terminated, and they're allowed to cooperate with Galactic Mandate Perimeter to the full extent possible. That's about the
Okay.
only exception that you've got, is if you guys end up being truly enemies of March.
Okay. I should have brought this all up before the NDA was signed.
Hmm?
But like a purge clause would have been really nice to have said way before.
I don't
Just
know what
hey,
that
once
is.
you're done with us, delete all information that you have on us.
Yeah.
Erase us from our logs aside from fucking a code phrase that you know that you'll be working with us again. That means that there's no junk files left in that might be identifiable, or there's no information that could be leaked because it was all purged.
That's fair. And don't worry about not bringing it up before. Zoe and Nemesis are
Charlie's literally in the room with us, so he could have brought it up at any point.
Charlie doesn't know legal jargon. He has an intelligence of 6, and he has no legal background.
Oh. Okay, well that's fair.
So Zoe and Nemesis both know that that wouldn't have flown at this time anyways. It might fly from Cassian, but not from you guys yet. That's something that you can strive toward, though. I mean, of course, you could have just said you'd take your business elsewhere, but I don't think you were going to do that, were you?
I'll just pencil in a future date when we have to go over here and raid the place and delete the data.
Yeah, we could just kill everybody.
But yeah, they want to keep their data for their own internal purposes. Does that change anything that has happened so far? Nope. Okay.
No.
Yeah.
All right. That more or less settles everything. She's ready to assemble a more discreet crew, more trusted crew, and just needs entry codes for various locations in the ship. This, of course, does all include sensitive information like weapons codes and such, but it's nothing that you can't change afterwards with minimum fuss.
To clarify, are they fine with a couple of local of our ship's guards keeping an eye on them while they work?
Yeah, they're fine with that.
Okay. That's fine then.
Okay. All right, Xander, you can subtract that 518,000.
Oh, it didn't go up with the addition of the gun and the NDA and stuff?
Um,
I always assume discretion costs more. As a matter of fact, I don't really trust them if it doesn't cost more.
no, it's all being abstracted into it.
Okay.
For fictional purposes, yes, it does, but I don't want to do that
Okay,
mechanically.
that's fair.
Um,
But it's still 500,018 and 55 credits.
yeah, that's just for the maintenance. Let me get you the cost for the
The
actual
gun parts.
gun parts exactly.
I mean, you don't have to do it now. We can figure it out and just ping it to me, and then I'll subtract it. As long as it's not more than 7 million credits, we're good.
It's not more than 7 million credits.
Okay, good.
Did not expect it to be.
I actually
Um,
was like, I looked at how much the maintenance was, and I was like, oh, damn, why did I agree to this? And then I was like, oh wait, it's not
You're
actually that
fine
much money. Yeah.
all right,
compared to what we have.
and we are going
Yeah.
to wait for you to pay them for the gun repair until we know how long you actually spend here getting the gun repaired.
Okay.
Because that, they can only do a certain amount of work per day, and that's going to be dependent on how long you stay here. That cost is going to be dependent on that. All right, ship maintenance is half checked off your list.
Hooray. Means we can go
Nope.
6 more months.
Yeah, and we can go find the dude, the pilot.
Yes, you can. You are clear to use the Marauder. If you want to do any trading that requires tonnage of stuff, then they've got courtesy cargo lighters, because I can't see a cargo lighter being good to launch from a ship that's docked and being repaired.
Right. We also need our actual drop pod being repaired too. So once you have
That's
costs
true.
for that, once you have costs for that, I'm sure they'd probably be fine with doing that as well. But
Oh yeah.
Since we're not asking them to do anything too weird with that, just fix things.
Yes, indeed. All right. It is not difficult to find Jacques Starcross. In fact, turns out he is the owner of Starcrossed, a space-themed casino and entertainment park near the center of House Belmont. There are
Wait, hold
Did I-
on. House Belmont?
Yep.
Wait, did I go there a lot as a kid?
No, you.
And to clarify, Belmont.
Oh yeah, that's also who's doing your ship.
Right. Okay. Do they have any vampire killing weapons available?
They do not, but they sure can whip a ship into shape.
Shut up, Dex. Fuck. Fucking Belmonts. Alright, whatever. There's a space casino. Starcross runs it.
Space themed. Yeah, it's not actually in space.
Well,
I wonder
you couldn't afford to buy your own space station to build your space casino on?
The Council of March is very restrictive of who can put space stations in orbit.
Lame.
What book was it? I think there was a like expanded universe Star Wars book where Lando gets his hand on a Star Destroyer and wants to turn it into a casino, but he can't paint it red because there's not enough red paint in the universe. Which is why all Star Destroyers are gray.
Oh, I think I've heard about that.
Sounds
You can
right.
still advertise it being in space because it is literally in space.
I mean, everything's in space.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's a space-themed casino in space. They can't deny it. It's legally in space.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, shoot, I forgot how to pronounce this. Well, this is going to be pronounced wrong the entire time I'm saying it. Then, that's fine. That's fine. But yeah, in fact, you see advertisements for it, or not advertisements, but you see Starcrossed, the casino, in the brochure, the data brochure that you get from having docked here at House Belmont. Your quarry is not hard to find at all. It would be hard for him to hide. And for reference, I think this guy looks
so
like Owen Wilson.
The
Mhm.
guy that we're trying to hire owns a casino?
Yes.
Yeah, a space-themed casino.
Uh-huh.
Why the would he join us? Okay, anyway.
Now, look. There's always it's always this type of guy. He retired. He runs a casino, but the thrill of danger of flying through the void, he's missing that. He's craving that.
Hopefully he has a no. We're gonna walk in there and he's gonna be like, no, fuck you. But then
I
as
run
we're
a
leaving,
casino now.
like, yeah, as we're leaving, like, his daughter's gonna stop us and be like, please take me with you. I could be just as good as him.
If
All right,
only,
yeah, that is the other way this can go.
if only you and Nemesis had continued with that jam session and gotten to that point. This is all on you and not Nemesis. You and Meowkin. Everything that I wrote so far was taken directly from that.
Really?
Yep.
Jam session.
Yeah. You guys had you were joking about the Jacques Starcross, and I took some notes.
Oh my god. This
Why
is
would
why
you
you don't
ever listen
say
to us?
anything around Dex. I'm not going to say anything around Dex anymore. It's not worth it.
This is all.
We get this.
This is all Meowkin's fault. We walk in and he literally walks. Play it again, Sam. Like a Casablanca
God.
cosplay.
Do you take the Marauder or one of their courtesy shuttles down, or how you want to?
I'm
Alright,
not sure I
now-
even want to go anymore.
No, let's do it. Which is more luxurious, the Marauder or one of the courtesy shuttles?
The courtesy shuttles.
Okay.
We take the Marauder.
Yeah.
Two things of note for you is that the casino.
Actually, is the Marauder also being maintained?
I don't think so.
Does it need to be?
You know, I never thought about that.
Yeah, I was going to ask.
Am I gonna feel stupid for having reminded you? Teacher, what about our homework? Ah,
All right, let's. I'll just call it a regular shuttle and see what the maintenance on that is, and then you can add that. So yes,
okay.
yeah, you're gonna feel stupid. It's only 10,500. Let's just go with that.
It's up to you to add it to the total. Because at some point you're just gonna give me a final total on this,
All right,
and then that's when I'm gonna delete it from the.
sounds good. Let me
From the wallet.
update this then.
How much money are you sitting on now?
Me?
Yeah.
Like 7
None.
million.
Why would I sit on it? That seems very like.
How much
bad for
money
your
do you
back.
have?
Oh, 7.2 million.
Yeah. Okay.
How much money does the ship have?
Less. The
A
ship
million.
gets like less than half of what she gets.
Yeah, it's
I
got
thought the ship
1.6
got
million.
50%. Okay.
No,
No,
I get 50%. The ship gets 30%, I think.
ship gets
But
20%.
the good thing
actually.
about the ship having money is we no longer have to use my money to buy the goods
That's
that we
not
then
part of the
sell.
agreement. Oh well, no, the goods to sell. Yeah,
Yeah.
you do have to pay for
Yeah.
wages and maintenance. That
But
was the
like,
agreement.
let me just say that I think it's very odd that we used my money and then when we sell it, it gets split. Seems a little weird.
That is your own damn fault. You should have
Uh-huh.
read the fine print better.
Nope, that's not in the contract. We just ended up doing it that way.
Well,
We're all fucking rich now, so who gives a shit? But
There you
Yeah.
go. A running tally. Okay. So two things that are relevant to you about Starcrossed is it is covered in QECM.
Cool.
And it is a rare violation exclusion site on Lamiera, permitting
what does that mean?
Lamiera is very restrictive of noise pollution, visual pollution, and litter and graffiti and all that. They are very keep the city clean focused. A VE what? Okay, zone, not site. Oh, I guess it's a VES then. VEZ looks cooler, but VES is the actual letters. The VES permits a greater level of visual, oral, and moral draft, just so long as it does not endanger or uglify anything outside the VES. Even gunfire can be overlooked.
So what I'm hearing is that this is somebody spent a lot of political power to make a dive casino.
Yeah, where
Okay.
even gunfire can be overlooked.
All right, yeah, that's all right.
Look, you know what? I'm actually feeling good about this because this is exactly the sort of person who would do this and also still agree to come work with us. That is to say, a fucking lunatic.
Mm-hmm.
So, who all's going down then?
Well, I mean, we're going to a casino. Like, I assume some of the ship's crew wants some leave.
Oh yeah, of course they do.
Well, if some of them want to take a courtesy shuttle down, they can. Anyone who's not on duty is free to do whatever, because we are in March.
Charlie is
Or-
going to be heading down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyone who's not on rotation, rather. So.
And who is on rotation?
Yeah, I don't know.
Who drew lots?
That is all something that can be figured out later.
A bunch of people are coming down regardless. You know what? Fuck it. Jai will go. Why not?
All right. Do I need to make this box bigger then? For Jai's ego?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Not his ego. You gotta fit in there. It's his head.
That's mostly ego.
Still, you store it in your head.
Yeah. That's why it gets inflated.
Hmm.
Next week on Bobblehead Raza.
It's Raza Chibi.
And don't worry about the crew. I will move them over as they end up finding a place on leave, unless there's anybody specific that you want taken with you to the casino. That will actually give the levers a box.
Hey Armstrong.
Oh God.
Wait, no, fuck that. Screw
Armstrong?
that.
Are you kidding? Armstrong's the one that we leave on the ship to like watch stuff because they would actually do it.
Yeah, but Armstrong's also the person who, if we actually brought them, they'd end up capable of like amazing feats of counting cards and nonsense. That's how it always works.
Yeah, that's fair. But I also feel like they're the kind of person where if we leave them on the ship too much because they're the trustworthy person, they're gonna like freak out and try and kill us or something in our sleep or something. What the shit
Bless
was
you.
that?
I was coughing, so
Gotcha.
yeah.
And I
Sorry.
think you said that Charlie's going down, right?
Charlie's going down. Is Harry going down?
He can, if you want him as part of the casino crew.
Yeah, sure. He seems like the casino type.
All right. And as usual, with more than one of your bridge crew going, Charlie wants security. Harry, you've got working as a normal crew, so not Charlie. McCrumble wants more than him as security, since he's
You mean for our bridge crew?
yes.
All right. Which security folk are volunteering to go to the casino on duty?
Well, Elazad would like to go.
Okay. Sure.
I feel like him saying it like that, it's supposed to tell us like that this is a bad idea, but I don't remember why.
No reason at all.
We'll find out
Okay.
once we're there.
That
Yeah.
makes me even more worried. All right. Nothing like a little drama.
Anyone else?
I'm thinking Fairbanks real quick here. Nope, I thought Fairbanks was from March. She is not. Then I've got nobody else specific in mind. So
All
I
right.
feel like the people from March would want to go here less. It's like people in LA don't want to go to Disneyland.
well, they're not. This wasn't a on leave. This was more like people familiar with it, familiar with the location. That's who I'm looking for. But
Gotcha.
she's crew. Yeah. You only appear to have one of your ship crew from Lamiera. Odd.
Well, yeah, because I mean, so much of the crew is already from Lamier. Why would we overburden?
All right. Let's take let's roll a die. Give me a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Give me a D8.
I mean, we're literally playing in roll 20. You could just
3 it is. 1, 2, 3. Ephraim is in the hospital. So, Macy.
Moves on to Nate Macy. All right.
no. Macy can't come. She was with us in the room. She's watching maintenance people.
Oh yeah.
Right. Roberts then.
All right. Roberts it is. I moved her.
All right.
And Roberts is one of your Astos locals. So the sound and cacophony of a casino will not phase her at all. That is, by the way, why Omikawa did not volunteer.
Fair enough.
All right. After selecting your crew and boarding the courtesy shuttle, Light Rider Control tells you that your departure will be in about 10 minutes. There is one other couple, two other people that will be going down on the shuttle with you.
Oh, wait, hold on. I thought we decided to take the Marauder now.
Oh, did you? Okay. Then you guys depart and dock down in House Belmont.
Down in the Belmont hold.
Mm-hmm.
In the belly of the beast.
Mm-hmm.
Weapons are still on Marauder, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. They do go through the extra security precaution of locking it down. It's not, you can't just go to your ship and take off. You have to get the additional authorization.
Mhm.
But getting transportation over to the casino is a very simple affair. It is courtesy transportation that you don't even have to pay your 2 or 3 credits for, or you could, of course, rent a grab car if you'd prefer to have your own wheels. So to
I'd
speak.
say, hold on. How heavy is a grav car?
I believe they come in at 10 tons for cargo purposes. What is your question in relation to?
We could just take one down in our shuttle, technically, or not shuttle, but the fucking Marauder.
Marauder only has 2-ton capacity.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Hold on.
You can take 2 hover bikes down.
That's true.
I definitely take at least one hover bike down.
Okay.
Okay. We'll otherwise rent a grav car. I think I'll go with that.
Okay.
Think of all the interesting people we meet in Ubers.
We should
Alright.
check in on Eddie again.
We should. What's up with Eddie?
Oh
Send
yeah.
Eddie a letter. I don't remember anything about Eddie other than we liked him.
Yeah, you did. He's on Sosto.
Yep.
Okay. Just making sure you weren't thinking we were checking on him here.
Nope. We know.
Go ahead and mark down just so I'm not giving everything away to you guys. It costs you 40 credits per day for the ground car.
Okay.
But you have complete control over it. Of course, if you crash it and destroy it, you have to buy it. Them's the rules.
I understand.
You're able to.
40 credits. That's highway robbery.
Well, it's a
Right.
grav car. You're not actually using the highways. But tush. Never mind.
Yeah. I'll go ahead and pay that out of pocket.
You are warned by the grav car that you're renting that you are approaching a violation exclusion site as you approach Starcrossed Casino. You were also warned of it when you first put in coordinates, if you put in coordinates and didn't just drive yourself. Or not coordinates, but got the directions.
Does it void the warranty to go into the exclusion zone?
No, but it does trigger a more thorough inspection upon return of the vehicle.
Right.
How
Everybody
much
fair
is the
enough.
grab
remember to take pictures of all the dings, right?
It's
Yeah.
like it's like 10,000 credits.
Yeah.
Oh, it's nothing.
This is all just flavor. It's not actually intended to run your resources at all.
Just bought a
You'd have
grab
to
car
try
and then
much
sold it
harder.
on our way out.
Yeah. Or just left it there with the keys running and not even cared.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But the space theme of Starcrossed Casino is present in a volumetric projection or holographic projection uh, over the entire dome casino. You're driving towards a, an area that looks like it has dark sky above you and stars twinkling in the night, even in broad daylight.
Fancy.
There are neon trees that you pass. They look like palm trees, but they somehow look like space palm trees. Uh,
Space palm trees?
yeah, space palm trees.
I
The
understand.
they're a neon trunk, and instead of the leaves with all the multiple fronds that come down from the leaves are just curves. That makes it look spacey.
I see.
More like Tron-y.
Yes. Um,
Man, they really go all in for the theming here.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you're gonna have a theme, I guess,
You know what? Yeah, that's fair.
they certainly have gone all in on the theming. Um, as you are, excuse me, as you approach, you can see that it's clearly valet parking. You could park it yourself, but there doesn't seem to be any cost benefit to doing that.
Nah, this is proper nonsense. You got to toss it to the valet. Toss the keys to the valet.
Of course,
And
of
then-
course.
and then tip them like $400.
Yeah.
Man, to be a valet
Mm.
at
Just
a
tip him
rich
the car.
place.
All right,
Yeah.
Charlie, tip the man.
Yeah, it's not keep the change, just keep the car. um, and as you tip the valet and enter the casino, the sounds assault you. All the slot machines, all the poker tables, all the space poker tables, and the space dragon and the dragon space poker tables.
Mm-hmm.
The various noises are again space themed, and there's an ethereal kind of ambient track playing throughout the entire casino. It's
Is the entire casino kind of like blue and purple colored?
there's a lot of blue and purple in the casino. Yes.
Yeah,
If
I
I look
figured.
if I look down, do I feel like I'm at like one of those 90s roller skating rinks? Like is
Um.
it black? Is the carpet black with
Ah.
like the stars and stuff? Oh god, I gotta find that fabric.
Oh yeah. No, I
Yeah, I
forgot
know
about
exactly what you mean.
that. Yes. Except it doesn't
Outstanding.
look so much like fabric. It looks more like you are walking along space. It's barely visible so that it doesn't freak out people, with a fear of heights as much.
I've seen places where they have like a glass floor, but under it has like those lights that just kind of continue going down forever. They
Yeah,
used to just be in like the ceiling things where it was just like a visual effect that they put in like fancy ass limos and shit. But
uh,
like seeing it as a floor was really cool.
I imagine that that's probably what they've got here too. Except there's just enough uh, frosting on the floor so that you can see that you are walking on a floor, just to try and mitigate some of that fear of heights effect. But the overall theming and visual effect that you're getting here is that yes, you are in space. Those slot machines, those sound like space noises that are coming out of that. The ceiling is a star field, the floor is a star field, and the designated walkways, or at least the marked walkways, um, are they look like the flooring of a futuristic, even for 3250, starship.
Outstanding. All right. So, Charlie, you're the one who knows how to find people. How do we find this Starcross fella?
1 second, my battery just dipped into the 1% zone.
Mm.
Uh
Well, that's why you were buying that longer cord. What the heck?
It was plugged in and then it wasn't anymore when I went to get the Panda.
oh.
Oh,
100% my fault thing. Anyways, uh,
You're able to plug it back
the
in, right?
easiest. Yeah, no, it was right there. I just had to like find the end.
Okay.
It's a 10-foot cord. There's a lot of wire around.
Yeah.
The easiest way would be to find somebody that knows the area and pay them. Fucking, I guess, to locate that employee. Pay him off some credits and say we're looking for. We have the guy's name, right?
Yeah.
Jacques Starcross.
Jacques Starcross. Yeah.
Now, what may affect your what you're doing here is that Jacques Starcross, the guy that you're looking for, actually owns this casino.
I mean, we go in and say, "Hey, we want to talk to Yak."
We're here to find Yak Starcrack.
Odd.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Um, well, looking for an employee and just broaching that to begin with, without even getting to any kind of exchange of funds. Um, the employee very, very pleasantly smiles and opens up a digital pamphlet for you. Uh, Digital pamphlet, and opens it up, showing it to you. And with deft fingers, while this digital pamphlet is facing you, scrolls down the screen and with a finger, and stops on a page that shows various performances by Jacques Starcross. Apparently, he does a little stand-up, a little singing, or just introduces acts. But he makes numerous appearances throughout the day.
Hmm.
This is significantly easier than it's supposed to be.
Well, I see he's a casino owner and a clown.
I mean, there's no rule that says you can't be both.
I suppose it's true.
And if you stay here and wait a day, then tomorrow he's actually telling stories of his travels at one of those events.
Story time with Jack Starcrossed. Bring the kids. It'll be great fun. Actually, that's a good question. Is on the pamphlet, is it like rated R?
His presentations are not. There are adult delights here.
Mm.
Because
Well,
there are allowed to be.
We'll make sure Zoe goes to bed before then.
Thank you.
uh,
You shoot a guy in jest one time.
all right. Let's see. When's his next appearance then?
He is doing Space and Spike, uh a comedy routine in just a half hour.
Lovely.
Yeah. All right, let's find out how terrible this guy's humor is, so we can find out if we can even stand having him on the ship.
Well, we put up with you, don't we?
Yeah, but I'm funny.
Oh. Okay. I'm sure he'd say the same about himself.
Yeah, but I'm funny.
Uh-huh. All right. Well, we are at a casino, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to order a drink and then sit down at the blackjack table until I work through this cred stick.
How much is on that cred stick? Are you a high roller?
What counts as a high roller?
I think we would need Dex to clarify that for us.
It's a credit stick with 50 credits on it. High rolling.
I think I would go
Now,
with.
to be fair, that is how I usually go to casinos. If I do go in, I will go in with like $100 and then leave after like 3 games, and they hate me.
That's a smart way to do it.
Yep.
I think a high roller would probably be best. This question would probably be best served by the lifestyle chart. Cost per
Alright.
day, basically. If you come in with 1,000 credits like it's nothing, that's the cost that a peerless lifestyle would pay for their lifestyle in one day. It's 5 days worth of an elite lifestyle, and that allows for entire floors of luxury buildings or rented rural estates, drivers and on-call grab flyers. That's just elite. That's not even peerless yet. So yeah,
Alright.
I think 1,000, a cred stick of 1,000, would be a high roller.
Okay. So let's say I came in here with like 5,000 credit, or 5 cred sticks of 1,000 each, and I'm going to pull out one of my 1,000 credit cred sticks and say, you know what, fuck it, I'm just going to give it a go.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm going to just say,
Oh, that was a statement. I thought there was a question following that.
no, that's just what I'm saying. I'm doing it.
Okay. Well, to reinforce one of the main core points of Nox's character, you will have to use your cred cube to convert into cred sticks at the casino teller.
That's perfectly fine.
Yeah. But yes, that is easy enough to do. So who all then is going to see Jacques Starcross at his Space and Spike?
Oh, I mean, like, I'm going to actually go to that, but
Okay.
I am converting the money first.
Okay. All right. Well, you guys can do whatever gambling you want here. Of course, you're more likely to lose money than make money because that is how the casino is designed.
Unless.
The universe does not exist in here. It cannot whisper to you.
Okay.
No, it can if you wanna cheat on some machines.
I don't know. What would counting cards as a rule even be? Technically not cheating, but
No, it's
still.
I mean, for you, I think the harder part of counting cards would be hiding the fact that you're counting cards.
True.
Yeah. The hardest part about counting cards, well, aside from the counting of them itself, is as
Not getting thrown out.
yeah, is
Yeah.
basically the bouncers that don't want you doing that.
Yeah.
And
Don't
that's
get
where
kicked out before the show.
Yeah.
It's the only rule. Don't get kicked out. After the show, you can get kicked out all you want.
Well, maybe I'll just go play Baccarat instead or something.
Okay, James.
All right, when you guys go
What?
to
All
the
right,
show.
hold on,
Uh-oh.
Dex. I need to clarify.
Uh-huh.
This is Lamiera. Basically, we're all British, right?
Yeah.
What is the most British form of gambling?
Cricket.
They don't have a cricket pitch. I don't know what the fucking cricket field is called.
The pitch.
Is it a pitch? Yeah.
I don't know. Wouldn't it be horse racing?
All right. What's the most British form of casino gambling?
Oh no.
The table with the wheel.
Oh, the roulette.
Is it?
The roulette, yeah.
Isn't that French? I mean, French and
sounds
English
French.
are
British,
basically the
it's all
same,
European.
so-
All right. No. What is the most British form of gambling that requires some bit of skill?
Not gambling.
That sounds like bullshit to me.
Okay, here we
Horse
go.
Racing.
The American-style roulette is the most common in UK venues.
Uh huh.
They actually get real big onto mahjong after like Hong Kong.
Okay. We're all going to go play mahjong.
You say that, but it's fucking that shit gets crazy.
And
I mean, I
are you being
believe it.
serious?
I don't know.
Is it actually
I guess.
mahjong? Edger?
I don't think that a lot of British people play mahjong, but I do know that the people who do play mahjong for money are crazy.
Yeah. That sounds right.
It's
mean, yeah,
it's like
people
World
do-
Series of Poker level.
Yeah,
Well-
I fully believe it. I just assume it was something like, like I said Baccarat, but I think Baccarat might actually be a legitimate option if that's not more French.
Yeah, this casino's gonna have all the games, and we don't need to get into the specifics of what game.
Wrong.
I don't need to get into the specifics of what game. But it sounds like you are looking for a casino game that has some moderate amount of skill, which Jai can hide that he's skilling.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or at least smart enough to play cleverly.
Well, the house always wins. So
No. What you do is you play games like poker and stuff where there's a rake. That way, you're still losing. Like you're not getting as much money as you would because there's a rake, but you're still taking money from other people instead of the house, so they don't give a shit. There's no inherent house bias in those games.
yeah, that
The
would-
house always wins, but because the house can't lose, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
that would
the house.
probably
Yeah,
be the best.
All right. But we'll do the comedy routine first
Okay.
because we've only got like 30 minutes.
Right.
yuck.
All right. You sit down and you get yourself some drinks. Those of you that want to enjoy of the very expensive refreshments here. And soon enough, a man that matches the description of Jacques Starcross across all the various media that you've seen so far, including the pamphlet, comes out and does a little routine where he makes a couple jokes and then says that and then the man you've all waited to see, Jacques Starcross, and the curtains open, and there's nobody standing there, and he looks back, and he looks back at the crowd, and says, wait a minute, puts the microphone on the stand. Well, it just hovers there. It's a futuristic microphone, and he walks back to where the curtains, to the space that the curtains open to. You can still see him. He looks around and raises a finger as if in startled realization, turns around, and walks out as Jacques Starcross to wildly, surprisingly wild applause.
I take a drink.
That was just the opening act of his own act as himself.
Fun drinking game. Take a sip every time a joke isn't funny. You'll be wasted by the end of the night.
He does tell a number of spike, drill, and space-related jokes, which almost all of you recognize as being so far off the mark that if this guy were just talking to you and telling you these little factoids, you would never allow him near a ship. Why doesn't everybody in attendance go ahead and give me a wisdom notice, and give me a -1 on that if you've been partaking of the drink more than moderately.
Woo!
Ah.
Oh Lord, Zoe, no.
All right, let's focus on that roll for a second here, because that's awesome. Zoe, you know that the components of his jokes are complete BS. How is she reacting to this? Is it funnier because it's BS, or is it aggravating because of how wrong it is,
Uh, mm,
or somewhere in between?
yeah, I mean, at this point, I think she's pretty blasted on wine coolers. So yeah, I feel like heckling is probably where she'd go.
Is Zoe even old enough to drink on La Miera?
Yes.
This is a violation exclusion site.
That's true. It doesn't matter.
Bring the whole family.
Get them super wasted. That's why. Okay, now that I think about it, it's kind of weird that I asked if it was rated R.
I mean, my notes specifically include that. Here, let me. Okay, the casino moral draft is actually included in my notes there. Oh, let me. There, fixed. Maybe I should make sure I'm not giving away GM details before I start pasting things. Yeah. I loved finding that word as a good description for all three of those types of graffiti and litter. So Zoe starts heckling him. Is she heckling him about his jokes not being funny, or is she correcting him on the specifics?
Yeah, no, the technical aspects are. He says he made the jump in 3 weeks, and it's like, with that engine setup, that's not even fucking possible.
All right. He engages. he engages and calls out, "Oh, we've got a pilot over here," and he's gonna start trying to do a comedy battle against Zoe.
Oh God, this is gonna end well for everyone.
All right. You know what? I'm going to change my role a little bit because if this starts happening, I feel like I would start drinking more. So that'll drop to a 10.
All right, all right. Um, is Zoe trying to he's turned and engaged the heckler. Is she trying to get all the details right? Is she trying to just defend her pride at being called out? How is she reacting to this when let me give you a little more context. When he turns and makes another joke, springboarding off of what she said, and still gets some of those details wrong in what is supposed to be a comedic manner.
Oh, so he's getting him wrong on purpose.
Well, that's what the notice whiz check was for.
Oh, okay. No, well then fuck him. How dare he give false information to all these fine people?
Okay. Go ahead and roll pilot pilot int with a
-1. Fuck
with a
yeah.
-1.
Where is it? Oh, it's down here. Kablamo. What the? Did that work?
It doesn't look like yours
No,
came up.
didn't. Okay.
I should have
Why
mentioned
is
somewhere
it
that we
not-
shouldn't get thrown out during the event either.
Now, to be fair, it's only Zoe that gets
Yeah.
thrown out.
The
Unless she tops the table.
the crowd is enjoying the exchange.
Okay, but I want you to know that I didn't lose because because what I wasn't saying wasn't factual. It is extremely factual. And that's the problem.
Dry.
He's
Yeah,
trying to tell jokes up here, and I'm like, the engine manifolds do not sustain that amount of fuel flow.
and he bounces right off every correction with, "Oh, aren't you a little too young to be talking about manifolds?" Uh, n-
Gross.
not all gross like
Awful.
that, but he is
Terrible.
he is bouncing off of the correct terminology that she's using, although she's not using all correct terminology there with a 5, huh? Is she getting flustered?
She's getting a little too drunk.
Is Zoe starting to get some of these things wrong now?
No. Zoe is look, I'm sorry, she has a fucking 4 fix. She knows what the fuck she's talking about. The
But
fact that she's not conveying it in a way that's, hilarious and winning over of the crowd.
but he's going into the more detailed specifics of well, he's going into it and getting wrong the more detailed specifics of the piloting, the spiking, not just the engineering.
Oh, gotcha.
You know what? This is getting sorry to see. I'm a little drunk. Zoe's technically my crew member. I want to step in and defend her
Okay.
and I am going to ruthlessly point out exactly what would happen in all these scenarios that he's suggesting. How'd it feel driving through the outer atmosphere of the local star then? Or, what's the core of that gas giant feel like then?
Okay.
Tell us what's on the other side of that black hole you just flew through.
Okay, so Jai is doing this with knowledge and as accurate as he can, but now it sounds like he's not just trying to apply intellect to this. He's trying to defend Zoe over here and win back the crowd.
Yeah, let's
Okay.
do it.
So, well, let's unless you want to use anything special for this, it's going to be a pilot check with charisma now.
Nah, fuck it. Let's use no. Let's use my no thing for this absolute nonsense.
So the no
My-
thing, are you talking about the universe whispering secrets?
No, I'm talking about the apply no in place of
Oh.
other skill check.
Okay, got it. So instead of rolling pilot, he's replacing pilot with no. We may get our first critical fail on this, because
Yeah.
it is still being rolled with charisma at a -1.
Yep.
I love that we've decided that this is the hill we're gonna fucking slap this jerk. How
And
dare he tell us false information?
this is not against a contested. Oh wow.
Jesus
Fuck you.
Christ.
Yeah, just know that for the next campaign, I have changed that from rolling no to simply using your no skill rank.
Yeah. Probably for the best.
Yes, it is.
Rolling like
Not that it would change anything here, but
That was still a fantastic
Still.
roll. All right. Well, I was simply setting it at a difficulty instead of as a contested roll. The difficulty of that was only 10.
fucking slapped him down. This
success,
might be
even what
stupid.
we're aiming for here.
I'm
I
sorry.
don't even know.
Um, let's see. Hang on. I've got a system for determining how this goes.
Do you?
I do. I do.
I'm impressed.
Oh, neutral. Okay. Yeah,
He
it's
feels
oh,
he doesn't feel strongly one way or the other about the fact that he just got slammed.
yeah. I thought about applying a penalty to that, but I decided not to for various reasons. So he takes the turn in stride. He kind of gives more and more floor to Jai, who's not getting as much of a humored reaction from the crowd as he was, because Jai is being kind of brutal and vicious out here.
Hey, I'm sure someone out there enjoys that sort of brutal, the brutal, sarcastic. We'll call it humor.
And for the rest of them, he is taking a secondary kind of role in his own act here as Jai stands up and battles him, and he's injecting enough humor that there's no booing for either of you, and the crowd is still being entertained by the exchange.
Yeah. Christ.
Hilarious. I don't think we're gonna walk out of here with this guy. I don't think that's gonna happen.
It's fine.
Still pretty funny though.
Yeah.
It's not every day you get into a slam battle in fucking RPGs.
It's true.
That's very true. And I even tried to stack the deck against you as much as I could.
Say it ain't so.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
a 10 should...
We came to here to recruit a pirate, and we can't. And this guy can't find a way to pilot himself out of his own ass. Oh, yeah, I went there.
So did Jai actually inject some of that into his standing up here?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, okay.
All right, now that it's starting to get mean, I'm finally realizing, like 5 minutes later, that oh shit, maybe what we're doing isn't cool. Hey, Jack, come on, let's get out of here.
No, I'm not done.
No, I think we should get out of here. He's been roasted. Let's get out of here.
It's actually about this point when he his set is over.
All right.
Or-
He graciously thanks Jai for his participation and asks, and who is the villain of the floor tonight? Actually, sorry, that was said way too uh just regally for someone who I just described as Owen Wilson. So let's get more like, and
Wow.
who is this villain here for the night?
Well.
What's your name, sir?
I literally
Jai's
put my
already
hand-
started-
I already,
Jai already
put my hand
started
over his mouth.
No, Jai already started walking away.
Oh, okay, thank God. Oh God, there was two reactions I could see happening there, and neither were gonna be good.
Oh.
Oh, and let's see, how's he reacting to that? He just he plays it off. I'm not a comedian, so sorry, I can't come up with something on the spot.
But he does.
But he
That's
does.
what's important.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Oh,
says his
God.
goodbyes. You know, you've been a great crowd, and someone buy that guy a drink. He really, really needs a drink.
Desperately.
No, I feel like he's had enough drinks, honestly. Like if I notice you're fucking up, oof.
Desperately. Uh,
um, what is the plan? Is Jai not going to go gamble now?
oh.
I feel like the plan sort of went out the window once I got a little too drunk to realize that I shouldn't heckle the dude.
Yeah. Well, what now? Well,
Is
Charlie.
he still there after the end of his set?
No, he's gone backstage.
Okay.
You could always sneak backstage if you wanted, Charlie.
Yeah, I think that might be the plan.
Okay.
Okay.
Charlie hasn't been drinking, by the way.
I saw that.
Wise. Actually, hey, Dex.
Actually,
Could you clarify what did we actually notice with those notice rolls?
Oh, that was those notice rolls were literally just to discern intentions. Is he screwing this up on purpose just to make a joke?
Did we perceive anything through that?
That's a good question. And I feel like perhaps I was remiss in not giving you with your 10 any information about that. But you know, we were
Oh, it wouldn't have
steamrolling
changed anything.
right along with Zoe. Yeah, he seemed to be twisting. Everybody but Zoe can tell this. He seemed to be twisting knowledge of piloting and spike drills in a way that suggested he had more knowledge than the jokes.
Mhm.
So Jai and Charlie, to a lesser extent, can have gotten the impression from his routine that he does know his stuff. Zoe did not get that impression. Clearly. So now we've got Charlie sneaking backstage. What are Jai and Zoe and consequently, the security team brought with you going to do while Charlie's doing that?
Did anyone buy me a drink?
Yep. If he approaches a bar or gets near a bar, then a drink has been bought for him. Multiple
Outstanding.
drinks.
Outstanding.
See, the casino is already profiting off of that roast.
I order a coffee. If they have coffee.
Yes, but it's spiked.
I can't order. Fair. God.
No, you absolutely can order something non-alcoholic. I think it would be a violation too far to sell only alcoholic drinks. Here's your alcoholic water. That's just alcohol.
Now. I'm pretty sure that's seltzer.
Okay, so
Christ.
many drinks have been bought for Jai. He's not drinking them.
He'll pass him off to Zoe.
Because she needs more.
Yeah.
So he's getting riggedy wrecked.
I might keep one on hand just in case I desperately need one because of something Zoe does.
Wait, am I the designated driver?
No.
No.
At this point, Charlie is a designated driver.
Well, no, I mean, because did we bring somebody who can actually fly the Marauder?
I can give it a go.
Actually, technically Harry, because he's got
Oh yeah, that's better.
crew. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
being
that
trained
works.
on all basic aspects of Starship.
There we go.
That
Okay,
works.
All right. So Charlie sneaking backstage.
Actually, I was going to see if I can go the bribery route first.
If you can go the bribery route first.
Yeah, see if we can get someone to lead us backstage.
All of you, or just Charlie?
Just Charlie.
Okay.
Just trying to arrange something for when the employers clean up.
I'm not sure what you mean by when the employers clean up.
When Jai and Zoe are
Oh.
more sober.
Those employers, gotcha. Okay. Well then, let's go ahead and have you make a charisma sneak check.
Okay. Scrolling up the sneak, I have to go back. Cancel.
Okay. Charlie skulking about, social skulking about, is able to make some quick and basic inquiries, subtle, so that it's not just, hey, will you take a bribe? And find someone that would be willing to slip him and a couple of friends. He does not give any specific numbers, but the impression that Charlie gets is a small couple of friends, into the backstage hallways and point him in a direction to a particular performer or particular performer's backstage area. He doesn't. Charlie hasn't dropped the bomb that it's Jacques himself he wants access to. but he has found someone that's willing to take that bribe. Now, the bribe that he's currently on board with is let's say it's only at 50 credits. Charlie knows that that number is going to go up once it becomes such a high profile backstage as Jacques Starcross.
Um, you said it was at 50 credits.
Mm-hmm.
I actually have a cred stick that small, but I was going to slide him 300 and let him know who I'm looking for.
Okay. That's just all this. Okay. 300 is acceptable to him. And he tells you to meet him by a certain door in exactly 7 or 8 minutes. Exactly 7 or 8 minutes.
I give him the affirmative and I skulk off for a bit.
All right. And why don't we go ahead and call that a session there?
All right.
With Zoe getting drunker and Jai getting more drinks.
Now, to be fair, I stopped drinking for now.
Right. That's why you're getting more drinks, but Zoe's getting drunker.
That's fair.